Thank you.
Hey, I got a question over here.
Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Question.
Whew, big night tonight. You've been on a journey to get to this stage and join the WNBA sisterhood. Who is a player that, if you could choose, you would want to play with this summer?
Oof. I gotta go with Breanna Stewart.
Huh?
I gotta go with Breanna Stewart. To think Stewie won titles at UConn all 4 seasons, and then 2 more ships in Seattle, then last year in New York, and 3 Olympic gold medals. I mean, for my entire basketball watching life, Stewie has stayed winning. Obvious answer.
I mean, she is a star in this league, and the game is better for having her in it. Have you thought about what you're going to say when that interaction happens?
Wow. I wish that I could sit here and tell you that I'd be a poised young lady. But she actually came and gave a talk at my school one year, and to be really honest with you, I can't tell you a word she said. I just couldn't hear her over the sounds of my internal screams. Just like one big loud scream, just on a loop the entire time. So yeah, I'm not super optimistic about keeping my cool. But I would love to ask for a jersey or a signature or something, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
Thank you.
On another note, the league is at a fascinating growth point right now, with viewership skyrocketing. How much of the WNBA did you watch growing up? And does the history of the game inform at all where you want to land?
I'll be real. It was hard growing up and staying locked in. And I feel like that has been such a cool part of becoming a W fan these last 5 years or so. We can all watch these games on TV now. You know, look up the highlights online. We can even play as ourselves on 2K. Everything is just so available now in a way that it wasn't when I was a kid. And I know that I'm going to be a part of continuing to grow this game, and it's just such an honor.
The spotlight has definitely been on women's sports these last years. How much do you think that on-court rivalries play a factor in the growth of the league? And do you think that these storylines are good for the game?
Oh, I love the way that stories are being told right now. And I think that has fueled those rivalries that you're talking about. You know, look at Angel and Caitlin. They faced off in the national championship in college, and their fans have followed them to the WNBA. You know, every matchup between those two is must-see TV. And the Fever and Sky have 2 of the hottest tickets in the sport right now. And when the Aces and Liberty assembled all that star power a couple years back, every matchup between them was called the Battle of the Super Teams, just pulling in huge ratings, huge numbers. And my grandma wouldn't be able to follow anything that was happening on the court. But I'll tell you, she knows all the tea. She definitely knows all the tea. And I think all these rivalries are just another entry point for the fans.
Yeah, totally agree there. Unfortunately, you just missed sharing the court with the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi, who played in the league from 2004 to 2024. She brought a ton of that spice you were talking about for so long. Now, what part of her legacy speaks to you the most?
DT scored more than 10,000 points in the greatest league in the world. That is wild. 2 decades, she just kept putting up buckets. That longevity is incredible. The hours that she spent in the gym when the lights were low and the stands were empty so that she could shine when it mattered the most. As someone who loves to score, she is my GOAT. Best to ever do it.
That's right. For the fans who might not know you yet, what do they need to know, either on or off the court?
Well, being a professional athlete is about more than just buckets. You play like Paige on the court, but you can make an impact like Tamika Catchings or swing cash off of it. And it's so important for me to show up in the community, for me to be a role model for all these young girls and boys to look up to. I want to be a regular at the local coffee shop. I want to run a basketball camp locally every off season. When a team is drafting me, I want them to know that I plan on representing my city every moment I'm awake.
I heard that. Okay, so I want to shift gears quickly for a couple of rapid-fire questions so new fans can get to know you. First, when it comes to a city, do you prefer a bigger metropolis vibe or a smaller, more intimate one?
I grew up in a town where everybody knew everybody else. And, where people took time out of their day to stop you on the sidewalk and tell you had a good game. And where they know your go-to order at the diner. And, when you compare that to your New Yorks or your Chicagos, of course, you're not going to be matching those same kinds of population numbers, but what we lacked in quantity, we absolutely made up in quality with those genuine connections. And I just feel most at home when I'm surrounded by friendly faces.
All right. Let's keep this one easy. Favorite color?
Ooh. Black.
Okay.
One year, Skylar Diggins-Smith showed up to the WNBA All-Stars in this long black trench coat, sunglasses, black leather heels, long black dress underneath. My goodness. I had that same look as my phone background for like months after she showed out like that.
Okay, how about this? On a day when you've got nothing scheduled and you can just relax on the couch, what is your go-to cheat meal?
Look, I say this with pride. I was raised on pizza. It was like actually a part of the food pyramid in my house growing up, like at the bottom of like the most essential needs. Yeah, that was pizza. And after every club game, my dad, who was our coach, shout out to the Squirrels teammates, never forget that. We would go down to this pizza shop on Main and just take down several pies. Just take it down. And before you try to follow that up, what we're not about to do is catch me up about what city makes the best pizza. We're not doing that. I'm not trying to tank my career minutes before getting drafted. Thanks.
Okay, I'm definitely not trying to get you in trouble. Okay, let's bring it on back to basketball. Let me ask you, does it matter to you where you're selected in the draft order?
Yes and no. How is that for an answer? Look, this is the toughest professional league in the world when it comes to cracking a roster, and it just keeps getting harder and harder the further you are along in the draft order. And there was that documentary, the 144, 2 years back, and I know we're up to 156 for the Valkyries, but still. That being said, if you presented me with the option between a high draft number and a strong fit within an organization where I can really, see my game blossom while I adjust to the pro level, I would take that second option every time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
will take to the center court for the award ceremony.
Let's hear it for the champions, New York!
The head coach is Sandy Rondello.
Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports.
And tonight we've got the Las Vegas Aces playing against the New York Liberty.
Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. Well, tonight you need to make the most of your chances. Both of these teams are terrific on the glass.
Yeah, I'm curious if either side can get the edge of that department. They both have been so consistent when it comes to rebounding.
And that's going to be an interesting line to follow tonight, guys. You have to think that whoever gets the edge on the boards is going to be in control of the game.
Liberty start out with the ball. Shoots from 14. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
They're on the board first.
Trying to set the tone. Here early.
That is so key in a basketball game.
Here's Lloyd. Takes the three. And Jones pulls it down.
It was a long time coming, but the Liberty finally won it all in 2024.
What do you think about it? It's their first championship after losing in the finals 5 times, including the year before, 2023. And it wasn't easy. It took the full 5 games, overtime in that game 5, but Liberty fans got to see their team win on their court. Such a sweet feeling.
Now here's Gray. Here's Wilson. Offline from top of the key jumper.
I guess even she misses those easy opportunities once in a while.
Tries it from 19. She clings that one off the back iron and it falls.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Lloyd. Over Goddess. And another miss by Las Vegas. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
2 points, that one goes in.
4 makes on 4 shots. Everything has fallen for them early.
They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
Gray with it. Now guarded by Ionescu. And it's Lloyd missing.
4 straight misses to start the game. Not looking good for them.
Here's Goddess. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Pass to Gray. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Big basket there. The 5th time's the charm, am I right?
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now here is Goddess, covered by Lloyd. Let's go with a 3, and that one's good. Goddess.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Yeah, we'll see how long they can keep it going.
Pass to Gray. Lloyd. No good on the triple.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, it's a bit odd seeing Jewel Lloyd out there not in a Storm uniform, you know?
Yeah, from going first overall in 2015 to 6 All-Star appearances, 2 titles. Lloyd spent her first 10 seasons with the Storm, and no doubt she's still got plenty of fans in Seattle. She's sort of lost in this quarter. Nothing's going right for her.
Lainey Hamilton can't hit.
Now Wilson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Out to Lloyd. Launches a 3.
They get it back.
She's struggling this quarter. They can ill afford these empty possessions.
Here's Goddess. Again, the Liberty good for 2.
Yeah, they're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. This just isn't going to cut it if they want a chance at winning this game.
Not at all. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. I mean, effort-wise, execution-wise, something. They've got to do better. It's been a bit of a struggle for her this quarter in terms of scoring the ball.
3-pointer. Good once again. That makes her 8 for 9 this game.
She's been one of their more reliable options today, and it's her shooting that has given them this lead.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
And another miss by Las Vegas. Takes the 3, and again, it's New York with a 3.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
With 1 on the clock, again, the Liberty good for 2.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense, because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Liberty just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after this. Well, not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second... teams making some changes here. Now here is Goddess. Evans covering. Myers. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever, the shots are falling for her.
Back-to-back titles in 2022 and 23. The Aces have been the franchise in this league.
They've been to the semifinals in each of the last 6 playoffs. And guys, there is a clear expectation in Sin City. Win it all.
Shoots from the corner. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
They're not taking the easy route here. They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
That's right. 6 of their last 10 points have come from mid-range.
Gray outside. Pass to Smith. Shoots over Misaman. Shot's good by Smith.
Yeah, she's got that shot down. Confident stroke from Smith.
Now here is Goddess. Evans covering. For 3. Drains the three-pointer.
Strong work for her at the offensive end, helping them sustain this lead.
Gray outside. Here's Kiba. Smith. Out to Gray. Lets the 3 fly. Drains it from beyond the arc.
This is who Gray is. A terrific shooter who seeks payback when you drain one on her squad.
And here's Goddess. She has 31. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
Oh, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Gray, no good. Goddess with the ball. She's got 34. Three-pointer. And again, it's New York with a 3.
Well, there's hot guys, and there's really hot. They can't miss.
Sometimes an individual will go on a shooting tear like this, but a whole team?
This is special, Brian.
Pass to Smith.
Well, we're just a little bit into the season, but we're getting a good sense of who the standout teams are.
That could change, though. I mean, a lot can happen between now and the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the ups and downs are hard to predict. No question. It could be injuries. It could be... There are no sure things this early in the season.
And the first one drops.
Hey, when you think about the best rebounders in the game, Alyssa Smith has to be in the conversation.
Well, statistically, she's been a top rebounder in the league. Smith is 6'4", does a nice job boxing out, getting physical in the paint.
Here's Goddess.
Offensive rebound.
Shot clock at 6. Cans it from downtown.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the three-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these threes.
Here's Wilson. Good work defensively by Brianna Stewart. Now here's Goddess. D right on her. Bucket is good.
She is definitely making her presence felt here in the first half, shooting it so efficiently.
Here's Lloyd. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Bell. No good on the 3. Now here's Goddess. Guarded closely. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
She's having one of the best three-point shooting performances you are ever going to see. An absolute barrage.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And another miss by Las Vegas. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yet another 3 for her. She's really been draining them here in the second.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Liberty out in front, running away with this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, it's been a one-sided affair through the first 2 quarters, but there is plenty of time to mount a comeback. We've seen Goddess really having a great game here.
What I noticed more than anything about her first half offense was she didn't waste her opportunity. She made just about every good look she had.
And they were pretty much all good looks. I mean, her shot selection has been phenomenal throughout the game.
Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going in what has been a runaway of a game so far. Wilson sets a screen. Parker Tyus on the right. Pass to Bell. Tries a 3. The rebound by the Liberty.
Monumental move in the WNBA. Jewel Lloyd joining the Aces.
Well, Las Vegas moving Kelsey Plum to LA in a 3-team deal, netting Lloyd. What a huge move for an organization that isn't scared to swing for the fences. I love going after a star like Jewel Lloyd.
Outside Lloyd. Here's the 3. Stewart grabs the miss.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Here's Goddess. Offline with the 3. The 3 is up. She can't get that one to fall.
Well, she's really losing her confidence out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's 0 field goals made in the game.
The 3 drops in the tray.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed coming from beyond the arc.
Chelsea Gray for 3. Connects from three-point range.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Gets it to go from downtown.
Once again, she's able to knock down the long-range jumper. It's just been her night from deep.
Pass to Wilson. And here's Bell from beyond the arc. And Jonquel Jones pulls it down.
Shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for them.
Yeah, I'd say that shot was well within her range.
I hope so. There's nothing like a one-footer.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Lloyd. Drains the 19-footer.
I love the confidence from Lloyd. It's really what makes her so dangerous offensively.
It's been an incredible career and journey for Jonquel Jones.
You think about it, I mean, she's born in the Bahamas, drafted out of a mid-major school, just 6 points per game as a rookie. But Jones has worked herself into an MVP, WNBA champion, one of the great stories in league history.
Chelsea Gray for 3. New York with the rebound.
And not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them inside. As hot as she's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get her the ball and get out of the way.
Pass to Wilson. Now here is Lloyd. Shoots the 3.
Lee Hamilton with the rebound.
She's killing them with her poor shooting.
Now Goddess. Non-stop scoring machine here. Drills the 3-pointer.
She has put her foot on the gas pedal this quarter. She's doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Pass to Bell. On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. Wilson sets a screen. 6 to shoot. And another miss by Las Vegas.
You know, it's been a tough quarter for her offensively. She hasn't been able to give them the lift they really need.
Here's Goddess. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
I mean, come on. You can't allow clean looks from deep like that. Hard to win games that way.
Yeah, most teams will take you to the deep end and drown you with triples if you let them. And that's what's going on here. Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it did not work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Goddess. The three-pointer off the mark. Lloyd up top, covered by Ionescu. Chelsea Gray for three. That one doesn't drop. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Liberty delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Getting underway in the fourth quarter. That scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Now here's Goddess. Evans covering, and that one's good. Goddess.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Back to Evans. That one off the back iron and out. They're moving it up. Now here is Goddess. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
And that's out of bounds. Las Vegas will retain possession.
To Las Vegas. Substitution for the Aces. Number 22, Asia Wilson.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Count the basket.
Don't be fooled by Evans' 5'6" height. Dana can more than hold her own around the hoop.
They double her with Smith. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. On for the first time ever, the league extended the schedule to 44 games. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it's been a great idea. There's so much interest in the league. The fans, the broadcasters, everybody. We want more action. We want more games.
And factor in the expansion teams coming in recently, it felt like there needed to be a few more games on the slate.
Wilson. Chelsea Gray for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
A big-time offensive talent who can score points from all over the floor. Gray can punish defenses from deep.
From downtown, and again, it's New York with a three.
Last 5 makes, all 5 from long range.
And the defense hasn't pressed up to deny it. They're hanging back, and they're getting picked apart.
Pressure the ball, pressure something.
Screen by Smith. Chelsea Gray for three. And the Aces, another three.
Yeah, she certainly is not the one to blame for them being in the hole today. She's been right on the money.
This one for three. Hits it from three-point range.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous, really, for them from three-point range.
Yeah, a ton of their points coming from long range here. What a barrage.
And what a time to hit the threes.
Evans misses. Here's New York now. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth quarter of this one. And that one's good. Goddess.
Since halftime, she has been cash money from beyond the arc. When she's this hot, the green light doesn't get any greener.
Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Well, she can give it as good as she gets.
We're seeing some gamesmanship right now. Answers right back with the three of her own.
And again, it's New York with a three.
Some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Another good rebound. She's pulled down a bunch. Hasn't mattered that, you know what, she's a little size challenge in the post.
Here's Goddess. And the three ball is good.
Well, they've built this league through plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
Evans misses.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And if you leave anyone that wide open, you're just asking them to punish you, and they did there.
Back to Gray. Shot to stop the run. And the Aces get it back. The shot's good.
Well, you know, the main thing this team, these coaches, the staff wants from Gustafson, it's rebounding. Providing one there, then the points.
The tray. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to the spurt that they're having.
And why put on the brakes now, Tim? I say just keep on firing.
Man, Brian, you want to run up the score? This run really not doing them any good, coming as late as it has.
Yeah, but give them credit for showing the fight they're showing, Tim. It would have been really easy to just throw in the towel by now.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a loss, probably. She just keeps on going. She's got more points than anybody out there.
Chelsea Gray for three. Rebounded by Phoebish. And here's Goddess. Jacks up a three. Sinks the triple.
It's a one-man show out there, guys. Looks like she's willing to handle all the offensive duties for them.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. The outcome of this one was never in doubt.
They were really putting out a supreme effort, and it felt like once they had the significant lead, they were not going to let it go.
And that'll wrap it up.
Oof, not sure which was hotter, the temperature outside today or your shooting. You beat the old mark of 9 threes, which earned you a spot in the record books. Have you cooled off yet?
I'm not sure. Let's get back out there. See if I can get some more.
All right. Kelsey Mitchell, Jewel Lloyd, and Kelsey Plum are some of the best shooters in the league. They were all tied for the previous record. Where do you slot in with this group?
I think as long as the four of us are still playing, no shooting record is safe. I broke it today. Jewel could go out and break it tomorrow. Plum could go out and break it next week. That's just what shooters do.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, Elizabeth.
All right, so clearly the Aces and Liberty have become one of the biggest rivalries in the WNBA these last few years. So how has the energy been in the locker room leading up to this matchup?
You know, we've got a lot of vets on this team, and they've been keeping it chill. And that's been good for me because I was probably way too geeked when I first joined this organization. It was literally one of the first things that I did when I knew that I would be here. I went right to the schedule, just circle today's date. I still remember my mom and I texting back and forth in all caps when they were matching up in the finals a few years ago. Stewie! Asia! Jackie! Sob! Oh my goodness, I'm glad they're staying professional. Someone's got to.
So before you were even affiliated with one of these teams, did you have like a favorite moment between these two?
Oh, easy. Game 4, 2023 finals. Chelsea and Kia go down with injuries, and then it seems like all the momentum flipped. And then they hang around just long enough for Asia to take over. Oh! Sid Colson, a plus 17 in a 1-point win, and then she just makes this ridiculous behind-the-back dime on a fast break. Yes! That's basketball. That was a vibe.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.